Hi, welcome to my channel about embedded systems, robotics and fischertechnik. This video is focused on my robot arm with pneumatic hand, and last time I concentrated on the wiring here with adding a terminal block. Now if you look at the wiring, it is not quite nice given this wire that runs right through and past other stuff. Also wiring here on top, and that should be nicely cleaned up. Other wires that are seemingly messy are right down there, and when I show it to other people they call it messy, but it is with a purpose, because that way I can determine and correct errors much easier. So will this be tidied up? Not really, it will always be accessible, but this is not the way to do it. So that's the first thing to do, correcting this. After that I will undo this security and run some tests. I'm switching to screencast, and that means two cameras, eye in hand, right here, then external camera, source code, execution terminal, also schematics, and what else? Nothing much. So in order to show the wiring, or the rewiring rather, I will do this so you can see everything. And this, like I said, is going to be rewired somehow. First thing to do is of course getting this wire out of the block and taking it out of here, putting it back and making sure that the insulation is not in the screw, otherwise nothing will work. So that's one thing. Now I do not really want that it is here, and I have to keep in mind that no connections are being broken. So maybe it is a very good idea to put it somewhere right here. But how to do it? With a wire strap or something would be a good idea. Let's see how I can do that. Although a wire strap or something like that is quite definitive, you have to cut it through if you want to delete it or remove it. So this would be a much nicer idea. Putting it here with this over it. So can I do it? Yes. Although there's immediately a downside to this, because this is blocking the eye-in-hand camera view. So this is not an ideal solution at all. Then how to do things with the wiring, maybe behind it. Let's see to that. So taking this off again rather carefully. I want it right here, which would be a lot better. And then how? So these two wires here, this one wire here. I'll have to take it off now. And then see if things actually work out. So, short test. One LED is working over there. LED right down here is also working, and LED right here is also working. So connections are good. Then a way to put this block right to keep it there, and then there's the point, obviously, how's the camera view in hand? Well, right now, this is obviously the camera view, and there's no wire inside, so that's quite an improvement. Very good. Other question, of course, how can I fix it here? In the same way? Or in a similar way? Not quite sure that will work. So that will be something like this, but that won't work obviously. I have to find another way. And then I come up with this solution, which is not the best solution because it's well, a placeholder rather than, or protection rather than placeholder, because you can rather move it freely. And in the meantime I had to bend the wire, because otherwise it gets stuck or touching this axle, which I don't want. So is this an ideal situation? No, but it's way better than it was. Which brings me to testing. So I am going to shrink this window again and engage the software. And knowing that this construction with the chain and the wrist motor hasn't been solved yet, so this won't work, but pneumatics may work, camera will work. Let's see whatever works. So I have, apart from this problem, another one, which is that I have to check the wiring of the arm, and something recurring is that this motor stopped, and this motor is controlled via the interface extension, and time and again the power somehow to the interface is being cut off, and then nothing works again, which is wired through the extension obviously. So I will have to check that, but in the meantime let's take the diagnostic interface, and then I have to find out which one is which. So obviously I can do it like this. So all the fingers like here, and that's the ordinary one. So if correct, but yeah, 3, 4 and 5, and electrically everything works, and that's very important. Close this one. So that is all working out. Why is then the interface falling out? That's another story. I'll have to check the wiring, like I said. The only problem with the power to this block is under here, and there's one connector that might be a problem, but one touch and it is functional again. So I'll let it be for now, and whenever this motor ceases to function, which is the pivot of the arm, then I will just have to check the power. Nothing to do at this moment. And while looking at it, I see I have a problem right here, because this is way too tight. And let me do it like this. And then things jump back into the good mode. So this has to be able to function, and then the LED will start blinking again nicely. But this wire and this wire need to be coming from outside instead of through this frame. So this one went through the frame that I rewired, but these two have to be done as well, and that has a consequence for the LEDs. So I'm disconnecting the LEDs, rewiring, reconnecting the LEDs. And with all this rewiring and testing, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up, click the bell for notification. And you can also follow me via Twitter and Instagram. You can support via PayPal, Ko-fi, and by becoming a patron. Please see my website listed under this video for more information and other projects. This is obviously once again going to be continued. For now, have a great day, stay safe, take care, bye.